Hi Soul Garden family, welcome to the Renegade Aromatherapist. That's me and I'm Siddiqa. I thought I'd shake it up a little bit today by wearing a hat. There's no other reason, I just wanted to shake it up. So I'm really excited to come to Leo chapter 1 because Leo is my sun sign. August 14th, woo, Leo in the house. Love you Leos, love this time of year. I love the sumptuousness of being a Leo. So in honor of the 5th house of the zodiac, the house of pleasure, I thought it'd be a good idea this month to devote every chapter to some of the more rare essences, some of the more sumptuous, exotic, yummy, pleasurable essences. So today and this whole month is all about pleasure, all about being enthusiastic, exuberant, thrilled to be alive. Whether you're a Leo or not, we all want more of that, right? And today, the diva who's come to help is none other than Champaka. Now, Champaka is native to India. It's the flowers from a tree. And many of you who are familiar with Champaka understand it to be a very sacred essence. It has been used for thousands of years in ceremony in temples to celebrate birth, to celebrate death, to celebrate all sorts of important ceremonies and life changes. Champaka is intoxicating. Some of you who've had the privilege to go to India have seen the florals, the leis that are made. They're not called leis, but I'm spacing right now on what they are called, that are used in ceremony in temples. And there's thousands of Champaka flowers used. When you smell this flower, there is no other smell like it. It literally halts you in your tracks and forces you to get still and take a deep breath. We Leos love that. We love that powerful energy. We're queens. Champaka is truly a queen. She's an aphrodisiac. She's a euphoriant. She's sensual, and she's deeply spiritual, deeply meditative. I love to take one drop of Champaka and put her on my third eye and meditate. She will call forth higher realms of consciousness immediately. She will transform you from the mundane into the etheric in minutes. Champaka has the ability to just draw us into who we really are and the truth of what's really going on. Champaka says, don't mess with the little stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Let's go to the truth. Let's go to the power of what's really going on. Champaka is, she's a heavy hitter. She has some practical aspects to her, like she's a respiratory aid. But I really prefer to use her for the higher realms. And a little goes a long way. Now, Champaka is an absolute. Some of you don't understand the difference yet with traditional medicinal aromatherapy is usually steam distilled. We're using steam, boiling water at like 212 degrees to extract the essential oil from the plant material. Some flowers break down and they can't handle being extracted at 212 degrees. So they need to use something other than water that boils at a lower temperature. So for flowers like Champaka that can't handle steam distillation without losing her medicinal properties, we need to use a chemical solvent like hexane or ethanol. Now, it's critical actually how the process of solvent extraction is handled. Because when you're using a chemical, you must filter out that chemical afterwards. So for example, you take your hexane and you boil the hexane to extract the essential oil from the plant. Then there's another process that's there, removing the hexane. And it's removed to such a high extent that there's literally parts per million left. For it to be medicinal grade, there has to be no physical trace left of that hexane or ethanol. There might be a very, 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 very minute trace energetically, but only the finest, most sensitive noses would be able to sense that. So it is possible to get medicinal grade absolutes, and that's what champaka is. Absolutes are usually darker in color, they're thicker, and they are super, super concentrated. A little goes a long way when dealing with absolutes. Some other absolutes are blue lotus, my all-time favorite essential oil. Vanilla can be an absolute. Osmanthus, ooh, another power hitter. Sometimes you find rose in an absolute, sometimes jasmine in an absolute. We're very blessed to get some of those steam distilled. When you have the option, always go steam distilled because it's a little more pure. But rather than letting go of something like champaka, go for the absolute. When you are really ready to step into the euphoriant of being alive at this time, then you're ready for something like champaka. Not all of you are ready to use champaka. She will take you places that you have only dreamed of. She's magical. So, in closing, let's celebrate life this month, this week, this day. Your soul work today is to get outside and do something that makes you feel alive. Do something that makes you remember how juicy it is to be you. So let's have fun. Let's play with these amazingly exotic, powerful flowers this month. Ooh, I think maybe next week we'll go to Blue Lotus. But until next week, it's been a pleasure being with you. Happy birthday, all you Leo sisters and brothers. I love you. See you soon. Soul Garden.